heartbeat rose. And so did his courage. Little Kai, with a bright red headband holding back his dark hair, stood at the edge of the Keelung River, his wooden paddle feeling enormous in his small hands. Around him, the air buzzed with excitement. The Dragon Boat Festival was here. Colorful banners flapped in the breeze. The scent of sweet rice dumplings filled the air, and the rhythmic beat of drums echoed across the water. He watched as the dragon boats, long and narrow, and painted with fierce dragon heads, bobbed impatiently at the docks. Each boat was filled with a team of paddlers, their faces determined, their muscles tense. And Kai's team, the Crimson Dragons, were already climbing into their boat, laughing and joking, ready to practice before the big race tomorrow. And Kai swallowed hard. He loved watching the dragon boat races every year, the energy, the teamwork, the sheer spectacle of it all. This year, he was finally old enough to join the team, but now that the moment was here, a knot of worry tightened in his stomach. What if he wasn't good enough? What if he slowed them down? He gripped his paddle tighter, the smooth wood warm against his palms. His grandmother, Ama, a kind woman with eyes that crinkled when she smiled, gently squeezed his shoulder. And Kai, why aren't you with your team? They're waiting for you. He looked up at her, his nervousness plain on his face. Ama, I'm scared. What if I'm not strong enough? What if I make the team lose? Ama smiled and led him to a nearby vendor selling zongzi, the sticky rice dumplings traditionally eaten during the festival. She bought him one, unwrapping the fragrant bamboo leaves to reveal the glutinous rice filled with savory pork and mushrooms. And Kai, she said softly, the Dragon Boat Festival is about more than just winning. It's about teamwork, tradition, and believing in yourself. She handed him the zongzi. Eat. This will give you strength. And Kai took a bite. The savory rice was warm and comforting. He chewed slowly, listening to the lively music and the cheerful chatter around him. He watched the other teams practicing on the river, their paddles flashing in the sunlight like silver wings. Ama continued, your grandfather, Gong Gong, used to race in the dragon boats. He always said the most important thing was not how fast you paddled, but how well you paddled together. He said that even the smallest person can make a big difference when they believe in themselves. And Kai looked at his grandmother, her words sinking in. He remembered Gong Gong, a small but mighty man, always full of encouragement and stories. Gong Gong had always believed in him, even when Kai doubted himself. He finished the zongzi, feeling a little bit braver. He walked towards his team, who were still waiting patiently in the boat. Captain Lin, a strong woman with a booming laugh, beckoned him over. And Kai, there you are. We were starting to think you'd gotten lost in the crowd. He climbed into the boat, carefully finding his place between two older boys. He could feel their friendly smiles and encouraging nods. The drummer, a young man with a mischievous grin, winked at him. Captain Lin gave a signal, and the drummer began to beat his drum, a steady, rhythmic pulse that vibrated through the boat. All right, Crimson Dragons, let's show them what we've got. And Kai gripped his paddle, his heart pounding in his chest. He watched the other paddlers, trying to match their movements. At first, he felt clumsy and awkward. His paddle splashed wildly, and he struggled to keep up. He could hear the other paddlers calling out instructions, their voices a mix of encouragement and friendly correction. Dig deeper, and Kai. Keep your back straight. Paddle in time with the drum. He focused on the rhythm of the drum, trying to block out his fear. He remembered his grandmother's words, "Believe in yourself." He took a deep breath and tried again, focusing all his energy on each stroke. Slowly, gradually, he began to find his rhythm. His paddle moved more smoothly through the water, and he felt the power of the team working together. The boat surged forward, cutting through the water with increasing speed. He looked up and saw the faces of his teammates, their eyes shining with excitement and determination. He smiled, feeling a surge of pride. He wasn't slowing them down. He was part of the team.